Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Pinky and we're here today with Born to Stand Out. Yes, we're getting to the end, so we're going to be moving on to a different series here soon. I think I'm missing some of the newer, like your body sprays. I don't know if I'm going to do those or not. If you want them, I'll do it. I'll do anything for you. So there you go. But well, not anything, but a lot. So there you go. So we're coming to an end, so we go into a new series, but we still have this one, which is L'Animal. I know, it's so bad. I do speak some French. L'Animal. There you go. Actually, Spanish is probably my best language, so there you go. Everybody's like, yeah, please stick with that. So this one is going to cost you $210, and this one is Unleash Your Animal Instincts. Embrace the wild. The animal, or L'Animal, is an olfactory journey that captures the essence of human desire and untamed wilderness, bottled in a provocative yet refined blend. The fragrance opens with the warmth of rich rum. They love rum. It's so interesting seeing the different companies and what they kind of lean on. Like Zoologist, I've said this before, tends to lean on not musk, but well, the animal scents and incense. And they really love rum with this house, and that's okay too. Unfolding on the skin like a lover's crest. Just jump back into that sentence. Spicy nutmeg adds intrigue, while creamy almond offers a soft, comforting embrace. Okay, so heart reveals layers of velvety suede paired with seductive allure of heliotrope and Mugen? I don't know that one as well. I know a lot of notes. I don't know them all. So there you go. And that's okay too. So it has rum, nutmeg oil, almond paste, suede, heliotrope, mungen. I don't know. I'll put it to the side. And people are like, but I don't know them all. Gaiac wood oil, dirty honey, not just honey, dirty honey, sandalwood, and erotic vanilla. It's honey and vanilla. They're just trying to spice it up a bit by making it seem like it's more than it is. Okay, so let's try this. It smells really good, actually. It smells really, really good. 1, 2. And of course, I forgot my little strip. Okay, I was like, what is that strong scent? Something came out very strong that I was like, what is this? And it was like a liquor-y kind of thing. You know, when you're, not that I know, but like if you're drinking straight out of the bottle, there you go. Maybe in your youth, your really young, stupid youth, I don't encourage it. You get that liquor accord that's just like boom, immediately. And I'm definitely getting that rum. Yeah, it's a rum and honey. Yeah, it's definitely a rum and honey. That's the majority of what I'm getting right now with a little bit of vanilla. So it's interesting. It's almost like, so I had neighbors that were Russian, and if you caught a cold, they were like, get some vodka and honey. And they were like, just drink it. I think they told me to like, not heat it up. Maybe they did. They were telling me what, like, this is going to clear it out. And I was like, wow, that's intense. I thought I wanted to hydrate, but you know, be damned, hydration. So this kind of reminds me of that concoction. I'm not saying whether I tried it or not, but I'm just saying it may or may not remind me of that. But this is rum. That's the difference. And vodka and rum are two different things. But you know, you're usually not going to put vodka in a fragrance. I'm sure it exists in several places, but rum tends to be one of the safer things. So I'm definitely getting that rum. I'm definitely getting the honey, but it's not like with the zoologist, and there also was another honey scent. I don't remember what it was with Born to Stand Out. There was another one. I'll put it to the side if I remember it. That was in this collection. It almost seems like a honeycomb that you would pull out of a bee's hive and smell it. This is more of the type of honey that you would get from your cupboard. You know, you pull it out of the squeeze bottle or the bottle and you pull it out. It's more of that processed honey smell rather than the straight out of the beehive smell that you get from Zoologist, which I have up there, or the other scent that was from Born to Stand Out. This is more the commercialized honey, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm definitely, that's what's really permeating this whole thing, is the honey and the rum. Yeah. And the vanilla. Definitely getting that. I don't know why they're getting Le Animal from this, because there's really no musk sense right now. But it's kind of strange that they would name that this, because it just seems not. I could see where they're getting a hint of nutmeg. I could definitely get that if you are into baking like I am. It's like a little bit of dash of that. I can totally get that. But let's try it on the wrist. It's interesting. There's something in this. And like I said, there's the one note. I don't know what it is. I'm curious what it is. Not really getting too much of the almond. There's a note in there that's a little bit like, oh, it's a gourmand, and then boom. Almost like a Band-Aid scent. Yeah, it almost is like that kind of a Band-Aid kind of scent to it in the middle of this gourmand. Now that's what's coming out on my chemistry. When you're moving around, that's really not the main focus, though there is some kind of note that's peeking out that breaks it up a little bit, but I don't know what it is, so it could be that note that I didn't know. But this is very much a gourmand, so if you do not like gourmands, you're not going to like this, because it's very sweet. It's relying heavily on that honey, that vanilla, that rum, and rum tends to be a sweeter liquor. So, you know, it's just adding on top of that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you do get a little dash of that nutmeg, but it's not the nutmeg causing that. There's some kind of scent. Maybe it is, no, maybe it is the nutmeg that's causing a little bit of the, floaty gourmand, a little bit. But I think it's mixing with something else, and I'm going to have to do research to see what that note is, if that's it. Still smells great. I don't know if I like it when I'm like snorting it, but when you're moving around, it's just gorgeous. It's seriously like making a rum honey drink with a little vanilla. Yeah, it really does. But let's try it on the shirt. Interesting. So on the shirt, it's that honey and that rum, but the rum, like just floating in the air, it's the honey, then rum. It's the rum on the shirt, plus this note that I do not know. And I'm wondering if it's the woody note, guaiac, I think it is wood, or the other one that's coming through. Very interesting. There it is. Yep, that's the note. And it's translating better on here, as it always does. These are a ripoff, because they make you think you're getting this scent and you're not. They usually do not smell anything like this on the person or on clothing, from my experience. But I'm not a professional here. Of course, it's way different here. There's a woodsiness coming forward here, like almost like a wood effect. So it's almost like wood, like a woody type scent. Probably the guaiac. I hope I'm saying that right. Wood. So it's that with rum and honey underneath it. So it's almost like a wood of some type that fell, and underneath it, it splatted honey and vanilla and a little bit of rum, and they're kind of dripping off on the sides. That's what it's like as a visual. I tend to be a very visual person. So that's what this is. Interesting. Very interesting, this one. I'm kind of enjoying it, but it is a very sweet gourmand. I'm curious where this one's going to morph, because I have a feeling this one's going to morph. And I'm kind of excited to see where it goes. It's not always for the best, because the last one I did, and I had to rush out at the end, sorry, without a K-drama, but suggestion. But that one, along with Indecent Cherry, just went a way that I was kind of like, oh, a little bit. So I hope it's not that kind of situation, because I'm really liking this one. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in an hour, and we are going to see where this one goes. Okay, it has been an hour, and I can definitely still smell this one. This is one of the stronger ones of the collection. So just know you may want to take it a little bit easier if you really don't want to smell like honey, because that's what I'm getting from this. is everywhere I go is a very strong permeating smell of honey. It tends to overtake this scent a little bit, which doesn't bug me. I actually really like honey, but it really can be a lot, especially if that's a note that you don't care for. So let's try it here on the wrist. It's basically honey. Yeah, there's honey and like a little bit of like a nutmeg kind of scent underneath that grounds it a little bit, but you're not going to pick that up unless your body really pulls that out. It's just mostly that sweet gourmand of honey, but if you're smelling closely, you're going to get some of those other notes. Yeah, yeah. So it's that nutmeg, it's that honey, like kind of vanilla. I do get that, but it's not overwhelming because that honey is just boom, boom, boom. With a little bit of that rum, you are getting that liquor scent. So again, rum with some honey mixed into it, and a little bit of nutmeg sprinkled on top. But let's try it on the shirt. Yeah, so again, it's not quite, my body's really pulling out that honey. It's still the honey. I feel like the rum comes out a little bit more, but there's a lot of honey and a kind of scent that I don't know what it is. I think it's either the guaiac wood or the other one, and I haven't got a chance to look at that, but I'll look at those notes before I come back the final time, because I think that's what's changing it a bit. And that's what I'm smelling here, because I know the other note. So it's one of those two. It's one of these two notes that's creating this scent. I mean, part of it is nutmeg. It's definitely the nutmeg creating part of this, because there's this sweetness to it, and then there's this other note that's coming through that kind of calms it down, and it's with the rum, the nutmeg, and the honey. But it could be the guaiac wood or the other note that I keep forgetting, which I'm going to have to do some research on. It's very interesting. But the thing is, when you're just living your life and you're just moving around as we do, it really is a honey rum mostly that you're going to get when you're just moving and existing. But when you're looking for these other notes, you're really coming in close, you're going to pick up those other nuances to it, especially like the nutmeg and that other scent that I'm not really as familiar with. It's very interesting. I go between, I really like this too. This is too much a little bit with the honey, and I love a good honey scent. But again, this isn't like bee, which is straight out of the hive. This is very commercial, sweet, in squeeze bottle or inside a glass jar, put into your like tea type thing. It's very sweet. It's very intense. It's like that sticky sweet honey that you're just like, I can't get it off my hands. That type. So it hasn't changed too much. It actually is staying where I didn't expect it to. So I don't think it's going to change much in the next 4 hours. But what we're going to do is we're going to check back in and see if that's actually the case, because it may not be. So, you know, let's not jump to conclusions. So we'll be back in 4. Okay, it has been 5 hours and I can definitely still smell this one. This one, those honey scents though, I will say the honey scents tend to hang on for dear life. I mean, they're not going anywhere. So this fits into that. And this one is still going really strong. It weakens a little bit, but it really does hold on. And it's doing pretty well, actually. So I will say this is definitely a gourmand. So if you do not like gourmands, you may not like this one because it is exceptionally sweet. The sweetness never really dissipates. It keeps coming at you like a steady plodding. It just happens. But again, it doesn't really change after the first like 30 minutes. I move around like this. Well, I don't. Actually, sometimes I do. I don't know. Sometimes I listen to music, I dance around, I do what I do. I'm a free spirit. I'm an artist. So, you know, when I do move like this, hey, you can still smell it. And it just smells like, it's a gourmand, but it's like a sweet honey with rum still. Yeah, that's the main thing that I'm getting. The main thing that I'm getting. Okay, so the two notes, when I looked them up, really are not the ones that were causing that dull note. Guaiac wood and I didn't look up how to say it. Boop! I'll keep saying it to the side. I guess my lazy butt should have looked it up and how to say it. But they're not the ones causing these notes for me, but there's something that was kind of dulling it up close. But let's see what it is, and it may be just the nutmeg, and that may be the culprit. But let's try. Okay, I get that it is kind of like a nutmeg, and there's kind of this musky scent coming out, which it doesn't say there's musk, but it's that muskiness that I got from moth from Zoologist again. It's that same musky yet dusty musk. And that's just what happens with my body chemistry, and it gets kind of frustrating because I don't want that scent. It's like, please stop. But my body loves that musk. So it's like, all right. But let's try it on the shirt. On the shirt, I'm liking where it's going a lot more. So it's more of that, there's sandalwood. I love sandalwood. So the sandalwood is coming through with that sweet vanilla. Oh, and that's my soft spot. But I'm still getting that honey. I'm still getting that honey with it and rum, but it's also that sandalwood and vanilla mixed in, and it's just beautiful. And you know, there's that powderiness to it, which is the heliotrope most likely coming through. I love heliotrope. I love a good heliotrope scent. So there you go. It's actually quite lovely on the shirt. It's my chemistry that's really pumping out that honey and rum scent. So apparently my body loves honey, and it does. I can kind of say that, but it could be a little bit overwhelming. But let's try it again on the shirt. Yep, way better on the actual shirt. It's less sweet. It's my chemistry. I feel like it's blended better that way, probably along with this. Very similar. So the shirt and this are very similar. It's this beautiful, like, sandalwood. I am getting a little bit of that almond even on my shirt. Maybe it's the almond and nutmeg that are mixing together to create that, but it's this beautiful, yeah, it's the nutmeg that's that note. But it's just a beautiful, like, vanilla, sandalwood, rum, and honey with that dash of nutmeg. So maybe this one is not playing well on my chemistry, so take that into consideration, what notes come through for you. This one we always try a sample. Always try a sample, but this one you may really want to see what notes come out on you. Because I love what it smells like here, love what it smells like there, not loving what it smells like on my chemistry. So there you go, which makes it tough, but let's talk about it. So, this one I think would do well in fall and winter. It's a very hearty scent. It's a very strong scent, but I think it would be very cloying in winter, or summer. I mean, right now it is just pounding out that sweetness of that honey and rum. It's just very, very sweet. And at times it's a little bit cloying, even for me who loves a good gourmand, just because there's not something to break it up as much as I would like. So if it was down sprayed lower, I think it would do better because it wouldn't be getting that just poop, poop, poop. You know, it's like the summer heat that just keeps coming at you in waves. It's like that a bit. Yeah. But I just think it would do better in colder weather. And it has a strong throw. And it has the silage there, and it is just boop, boop. It keeps going. It just keeps going. So as far as masculine, feminine, I mean, who cares? We wear what we want when we want, because that's what we do. That's what we do. But if we are going to do a breakdown, I think gourmand tends to flag more feminine. So this one I could see is people seeing it a little bit more feminine due to that honey, that vanilla, that rum. I mean, everybody loves rum. So actually I don't drink it that often, but every once in a while. But you know, it could be kind of seen, I think, a little bit, because when we, at least a lot of people, not we, I don't care what anyone wears, but I think a lot of people, when they think gourmand, they think female. And I'm kind of getting that with this one a little bit more. But, you know, it's for everyone. Enjoy. Don't limit yourself in life. Come on. If you like it, wear it. So there you go. So if I were going to give this one a score, and this one's difficult because on my chemistry, I'm like, musty, dusty moth fragrance with a lot of sweetness and not a lot of complexity. It's just better on the shirt and on the paper. So that being said, this one's hard. I like what it smells like on the shirt. I like it on this piece of paper. But I just think I've seen honey scents that work a little bit better than this for me. So I think I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10 because I've seen honey scents. I've seen them done better. Chemistry is going to be really big on this one. And it just after a while, it was a little bit cloying for me, but it's still really good when it's on the shirt and here and done right. So that's just something to take into consideration. But yeah, I think it is a nice scent, but please, please, please always get that sample. Get that sample. So yes, we're almost to the end of this series. I think there's only 1 or 3 left. I have to look. Some of them they no longer do, like Be My Dookie, or it was Be My Cookie. I'm so glad I have a sample, but they don't make it anymore because I've heard it was just oof. I'm so excited to try that one. Maybe I'll do a video where I just do shorts of me trying ones that aren't available anymore. Maybe I'll make it short, like short format. Let me know. But yes, so with that, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye. Unless, I know you thought I was gone. You thought I wasn't going to give you another Korean drama. I'm so tired. I'm out of it. I'm giving you one this time. I know I skipped and now I may not have enough product to get them all done. I thought I'd run out. But that's okay because I can always do more later because Born to Stand Out will keep pumping out things. So here we go. This one I thought I had already done and I'm hoping I didn't. And if I did, I'll have to record something else. It's just there's been so many, I don't even know. But this one is an older one and it was suggested to me because I like the ghostly kind of interesting fantasy ones. And it's The Master Sun. Now, it's been a while since I've seen this and I really kind of enjoyed this one. I love the fantasy ones. I love the ghosty ones. There's some really interesting shots, even though it's older, of like ghosties at the beginning. And what it is, there's this female who is in an accident because the accident ghosts now come to her and she sees them. And they basically terrorize her. She doesn't even want to leave her room. She's horrified. So she runs into this rich guy and she touches him out of fear because of a ghost. And basically after that, the ghosts disappear. So he kind of is her safe place. Whenever she touches him, they go away. Drives him nuts. He wants nothing to do with it, right? But, of course, you know where this is going to go. And it's going to end up in a romance because it's Korean dramas. So there you go. So what ends up happening is she ends up becoming his secretary, I think, working for him. And this way she keeps, like, safe because she has this guy. And it annoys him, but of course, you know, they end up getting together, as they do. And of course, they have the dramatic, we got to break it off, or something bad happens. I won't get into it. So just know it's that kind of trope. The Korean dramas love that. It also is, you know, the female that needs the male to protect her. This is, you know, 2013. So they've kind of made the female characters a little bit more strong in recent dramas than they used to be, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everything progresses, everything changes, you know, so there you go. You see stuff from the US that's older and it does the same thing. So it's not just a Korean thing. So there you go. Trends, baby, trends. So I really like this one. I liked the ghost stories because what they'll do is different episodes will have a new story about them kind of solving ghostly mysteries because a ghost will come visit her because they want help. Kind of like, oh gosh, Move to Heaven, where which I also talked about, where they have a different story about somebody who's deceased and their story. It's kind of like this in ghostly form, where the ghosts themselves tell the story. And I kind of like that, though there is one episode, I think it's episode 6. I think it's burned in my brain. It could be wrong. As soon as you see a dog, skip that episode. Skip that episode. If you love animals, skip it. I watched it and I was so mad. I will never watch it again. Even if I watch that series, I will not watch episode 6. As soon as you see the dog, it's time to jump that one. It's just, if you love animals, don't. Do yourself a favor. Your mental health is worth more than watching that one episode. You'll be okay. It's true. I'm sorry. You know, I get wrapped up in dramas and things I can separate, but you put an animal into it and I'm like, no, no, no. Animals are children. I'm like, nope, no. So, yes, that one you could skip. It's okay. Just do it. Uh, Unless you're a braver soul than I am. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one, and I think it's still worth watching. So if you get a chance and you love spooky little ghosty things, because some of them are a little bit disturbing, you know, for some people don't like the ghosty things, then this one may be for you, because it was for me. So we only have a few more left. What will I pick next? I mean, I have a list. We may not have enough. But with that, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.